These are the National Hockey League scores for Sunday, March 12th, 2023. The Boston Bruins lost to the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit 3-5. For Boston, Gricelisek in the second, DeBrusk and Postmark in the third, Swayman with 21 saves. For Detroit, Chiasson in the first, Sider, Larkin, and Erne all in the second, and Kopp in the third. Huso with 30 saves. The New York Rangers lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-3 in overtime in Pittsburgh. For NYR, we losing. Gaudreau in the first and Kreider in the third. Halak with 32 unimpressive saves. For the Ice Pirates, Recall in the first, Zucker in the second, and Letang with the overtime victory. Jari with 27 decent, fair saves. My Golden Knights beat the St. Louis Blues 5-3 in St. Louis with for Vegas. Carlson in the first, Marchessault and Amadio both in the second, and then Dufiev and Pietrangelo both in the third. Patera with 30 phenomenal, impressive saves for the cheap Blues that nobody cares about. Vrana in the first, Creo in the second, Plotnik in the third, Bennington with 26 saves. Nobody cares because they're losers. The Carolina Hurricanes lost to the New Jersey Devils 0-3. Kucherov for Carolina with 20 junk saves. For the Devs, Hughes and Bratt in the first, Bratt again in the second, and Vanacek with 32 saves. The Winnipeg Jets beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa Bay 3-2. For the Peg, Schmidt in the first, Niederreiter and Barron both in the second. Hellebuck with 33 saves. For the Jerk Lightning, Kilworn in the first and Sorelli in the second. Vasilevsky with 19 saves. The Ottawa Senators lost to the Calgary Flames 1-5 up in Calgary. For Ottawa, Stützle in the second, and that was it. Mandalise with 34 saves. For the Calgary Flamers, Anderson and Lindholm both in the first. Huberdeau and Hannafin both in the second. And Lewis in the third. The Minnesota Wild, they lost to the Arizona Coyotes 4-5 in overtime. For Minnesota, Zuccarello and Reeves both in the first. Boldy and Dewar both in the second. Gustafsson taking the loss with 18 saves. For the Coyotes, Hayton twice in the first. Good for him. Ritchie in the second, and then Keller in the third, and Keller again with the overtime goal. Vizmelka with 30 saves. The Smashville Predators beat the Anaheim Ducks 5-4 in overtime. For the Predators, Tomasino and Novak both in the first. Sherwood and Trennan in the third, and then Novak with the overtime goal for the win. Soros with 33 saves. For Anaheim, McTavish in the first, Voltrano in the second, Terry and McTavish both in the third, and Gibson taking the loss. 31 saves. And those were the National Hockey League scores for Sunday, March 12th, 2023.